Saseni, hope mko poa. It's me, it's Anne. I'm back. Hope mko poa. Just doing this intro because today I have something very nice to discuss and to talk about. And this is all about what are the things that we regret, we wish we knew before coming to GAF. What is that you always say, I wish I was told this and this before pande hiyo ndege. So I just want to scoop some ice cream, put it here in this cupboard, then sit down and do the video. Welcome Team Kadama, Saseni, Team Kujiamini, Team Strong. Tunakuanga strong kila siku. We have to be strong for ourselves. Nobody is there to be strong for us. So let me scoop some ice cream and get down, sit down and have a talk. Peace, love you. So, as we said, now this is my ice cream. When anyone willing to share, can share. It's strawberry versus vanilla. It's so nice. So, let's get serious. I stop these jokes. So let's talk. What is that you always sit down and say, I wish I knew? I wish I was told these things before I came to GAF. Before nipande hiyo ndege, I wish I was told these things. There are so many things that we come to realize after now we get here, which we were never told when we are applying for these visas. The agents never told us, or if they told us, they lied to us. So the first thing we'll talk about, I have listed some of them here in this paper. It's about the salary. When we are applying for the contract, how much were you told you come to be paid in GAF, depending on the country you are traveling to? First thing, for those who are going to Saudi and it's your first time, how much were you told that you're going to be paid there? And if you are not new, you are used to the work, how much were you told? Is that the same amount that you are told in Kenya, the same amount you are getting here? Definitely no. Most of us, we were told about 30,000, the salary. In the contract, the salary was always written 30,000. Even the agent could always tell you it's 28,000 to 30,000. But hell, it's not. Once you get to Saudi and you are new, you are a beginner, it's your first time to go there, most of the salary come until up to 25,000, 24,000. That is 900 Qatar. That is 900 SR Saudi Riyal. So if you are there, just concentrate. If you want to come, just know more about your salary, how much to be paid, so that you will not come to regret. Don't come with the plans of that you are coming to get 1,000 and you do your budget on 30,000. When you come here, you feel so disappointed. So that is one thing, the salary, that we wish we were told the truth when we are leaving our country. The second thing, it's about the weather. Do you ever sit down and ask yourself, okay, I'm traveling, I'm going out of Kenya, I'm going to another country. How is the weather there? Is the weather conducive for you? One thing you should always know, here in the Gulf country, it's always very, very hot. When it's come to hot, it's extremely hot until it gets sometimes to 50 degrees Celsius. And when it gets cold, it comes until 0 degrees Celsius. That is how it happens. So if you are there, you want to come to GAF, just to know the season you are coming. Like now, it's totally hot. Okay, it's not that extremely hot. Like today, it's almost 36 degrees Celsius. So if you are coming, just know the weather, so that even if you are a girl, you just know what to put on your head. Because when you come here with, maybe you come with luster, you come with those heavy hairs, you'll get a lot of troubles because you will sweat so much. You need to wash your hair every day, you need to wash your hands. So that is another thing, the weather. If you are coming at the cold season, please carry yourself some extra sweaters and extra jacket. Bring yourself some socks, because at sometimes you get here and they only buy you only 2 sweaters, which you need to wear, wash, and maybe it's not enough. Sometimes the weather is very bad, and sometimes you don't even get those sweaters here. So if you're coming at the cold season, pack yourself some sweaters, some extra, even if it's 2 and you come get 2, it's okay for you, but get yourself some socks to wear. Okay, the second thing, it's us girls, it's our hair. This Gulf country, most of, not like all of the countries, their water are salty. We are not used to, especially we don't come from coast region, we come from the central side and all those. Our water are not salty, so we always take shower with the water which is not salty. And when you come here, the water is very salty to most of the countries. So when washing your hair, most of the time it falls down and the hair comes out because of the salty water. So you need to know yourself, you need to know how you treat your hair, so that when you come here you will avoid those things. Because I've seen most of the people who come here, maybe your hair is much affected, they will end up cutting their hair and stay like that. You cut your hair, make it short, utaenda kutengeneza nywele ukifika Kenya. So that is another thing. Know about you should always put in mind you are coming to a salty area, that the water is very salty. The way to maintain your hair, if you love your hair, just know how to come and maintain it before you come. The other thing, it's about overworking. Were you told that when you come to Gulf, how many hours were we told we are coming to work? Most of the time we're always told 12 hours a day. So we always come putting in mind that we are coming to work for 12 hours. My friend, that is a lie. That is totally a lie. So most of the time we find ourselves working 18 to 19 hours a day. Some will ask how. Let's do with you this calculation. I'll do with myself. I always wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. This is because I don't have kids which I take to school. I don't have kids to prepare to school. So that's why I wake up at 8 o'clock. But those who have kids to wake up, they always wake up at 5 o'clock or latest 6 o'clock. That's those people who have kids. So assume you wake up at 5 o'clock. Count, you wake up at 5 o'clock and maybe you don't, let's use myself. I wake up at 8 o'clock and I start working at 8:30. So I get out of the bed exactly at 8 o'clock. So from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm supposed to finish my work at 7 o'clock in the evening. But my friend, those are 12 hours. I've already worked for my 12 hours until 7 o'clock. But my friend, I sleep at 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, at 2 o'clock. You see? So let's count from 7 o'clock. Those are 12 hours. 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are 15 hours. At 10, 11, 12. This is 13. That is 1 o'clock. So those are 18 hours. Mostly we work from 16 to 18 to 19 hours like that. Reason being, some of these houses you'll always find that when it's 10 o'clock at night and the kids are not going to school tomorrow, they will always start cooking the dinner at 10, at 11. So at 10, at 11 they start cooking the dinner. Then you have to wash the utensils after they finish, and you have to do some other choices before you go to bed. So just know there is overworking. Don't come in putting in mind that you are coming to work for 12 hours. That is a lie, especially if you are coming to house work. Overworking, it's there. So if you can't bear with it, don't come. The other thing, it's about children abuse. You know, as we are used in Kenya, the kids are very behaved in our country. Our kids are more disciplined. Especially if you get a housemaid in Kenya, you always sit your kids down and tell them, this is your auntie, you should not abuse her, you should always hear what she tells you. If she tells you bring this, you should do it. Those are the rules that moms in Kenya give their children when they get a nanny. But when it comes to here, my friend, you will find a 5 years old, no, let's not talk about 5 years old, and maybe someone who is at least mature a bit, from 8 years, that is someone who knows what a housemaid is and what the housemaid need to do. So you'll find these kids, they will always abuse you, especially the small ones, maybe from 5 years. These kids will always call you any kind of word. They will call you kelp, they will call you haiwan, they will call you I don't know what, all these abusive words, they will always call you. And when you tell their mother will always tell they are kids. They are kids. So you come and find sometimes these kids will always even pick something and throw it to you and hit you. Sometimes they are always very extremely bad, because you'll always find even they take even your phone and misplace it and do such kind of things. So when you're coming here, you should know how to handle these kids. These kids are never beaten. You can never beat an Arabic kid. That is one thing. You can never shout to them. You don't have the right to send them. If you are in the kitchen, you tell the kid, please bring for me that. Most of the kids, they don't do it. So you should always come knowing everyone here is a kid. Even if he is 25, 26, they are still kids. As far as they're in their mother's house, they are still kids. So you should always come putting in mind that these kids are never sent. These kids will always abuse you. And if you tell their mom will always be like, they are kids. So you should bear with them, they are kids. So that is one thing. If you are those people who are highly tempered, please, when you're coming to Gulf country, try to roll your temper, try to control your tempers, because sometimes you feel very bad. Unaona, a very young kid is abusing you. A very young kid, you can't tell the kid, bring this, do this, because that is how they are brought up. So you should always be able to control those tempers. That's why most of the time you find, as Kenyans, we are very tempered, we are very high-tempered, especially when it comes to this Gulf country. You find sometimes you can even do something bad to these kids, not because you wanted to do it, but because of the temper. So if you're coming to Gulf, just roll your tempers, expect anything. Just expect anything when coming to Gulf, and you'll be able to survive. The other thing, it's about clothes. For me, the house I am, I don't do overfit clothes. They buy me the fitting clothes. But when you go to these Arabic countries, my friend, if you're in Kenya and you're wearing those mini dress, I don't know, here you will wear those maternity clothes. I don't know to call them maternity clothes, or what should I call them. Those oversized clothes, they are even more than maternity clothes. Because you find sometimes they will buy you clothes which are very big, oversized clothes, very tall. Even while working, it's very stressful. So, or if they buy you the uniform is very, very big. The blouse, let me show you. Maybe, I don't know if mine will be seen. Okay, this is how I dress up. This is me. I dress like this. For here, they don't have a problem. The pajama, it's okay like that. They don't mind. But most of the countries you go, you'll find this t-shirt or the blouse, it's up to here. It should cover all this part. They don't want to see this part. The blouse you wear should always cover this part, the whole of this part. And sometimes they always buy which is up to here, the hands. If it's the dress should be oversized and should be very long. So that is how most of the people dress. So just come knowing that oversized clothes are, that is a deal. That is the deal. Oversized clothes, if the trousers are very big, and they always buy you they don't want to see your body. I don't know what is their problem. The other thing, it's all about medical issues. my friend, here every sickness the medicine is Panadol. Hao watu walisikia wapi? That even if it's something that you are not supposed to take Panadol, you will take Panadol. You see, sometimes we come here and most of the time we are affected by the tonsils, we are affected by the ulcers, and if you get even ulcers, my friend, you will take Panadol. If your nose have blocked, you have that cold flu, you will take Panadol. That is your medicine. They know that a housemaid is supposed to take only Panadol. So about the medication, these people, I don't know why they are like that, but they believe in Panadol. You'll be overdosed with Panadol. Every sickness they know you have to treat it with Panadol. That is period. Unless the sickness go to extremely bad, that's when you'll be taken to hospital. So one advice I could give, if you're coming to Gulf country, you know you have a problem with the tonsil, you have a problem with the breathing, maybe when it's cold you get a lot of nose block and all those things, you have a problem with the ulcers, please buy your medicine in Kenya. I know the medicine may not be enough for 2 years, but if you're in a place to buy your medicine, bring with you your medicine. Like for me, I always know when I come here, because of the AC and the what is it called, and the fan, because I'm not used to them in Kenya, when I come here, immediately I start breathing that cold environment. I always broke my nose, I have problem with my throat. That is the problems I always have, but I always forget to buy medicine. So I use the kienyeji medicine. I use lemon, I use honey, I use ginger to control it. That's what I use. So if you know you are there and you know maybe this thing affect you so much, just bring a dose. Bring yourself a dose. The other thing is, these people don't follow the contract. Me, I don't know what is their problem. These madams don't follow contract. Me, I don't know. The contract, what is written in the contract, I don't know, they don't know how to read it or what is the problem. Most of the time you find out in your contract it is written you have kids, you are married, but when you come here, they are like, you don't have kids, you are not married. Okay, this comes mostly, I think we don't look, even us, we don't look at our contract while coming here. So one thing, you should look at your contract while coming to the Gulf country, know what is written, what is it written about. You should make sure if you have kids, it's written you have kids. If you are married, it should be written you are married. Reason being, when it comes to this, you don't have kids, they always take it as an advantage to delay your salary. Reason being, you don't have that money, you are not sending it to your kids. You see? So make sure your contract, you yourself have read your contract very well before the madam come and interpret it how they want it. You are keen about it. Okay. So that is all I had for today. I think it will be a help to someone out there who want to come to Gulf. And if you are in Gulf, is those points that I have said there, is it the points that you wish you are told about them before you came here? If it's that one, big up to you. If you have already learned something, big up. So let's hope for the best. Let's always pray for each other. Those who are coming, you feel most welcome to this Gulf country. Wish you get a good house. Ask for God's favor. This is all about God's favor. Pray for yourself before you come. Tell God to intervene with every house you go. If there are a house that you land your eggs, you land on, let it be a house of blessing. Let God's favor be upon you when you get to these houses. And from me to you, the peace, God. From Iraq, I love you so much. Continue supporting me. I'm feeling very grateful. The support you are showing me, it's extremely good. I appreciate every step. When I started this channel, I said each step at a time. each milestone at a time. I don't expect that today I'm at 1 subscribers, tomorrow I will wake up to 1,000. So each step I'm appreciating it. So if you are there, you watch this video, you have not subscribed, show me that love, subscribe for me and like the videos, and I'll appreciate and I'll feel good for you. So until next time, I have so many things we'll discuss. I've written so many things, so we'll each and every time we'll always discuss if I find time. Unajua hizi nyumba za Warabu, we don't predict. The work today is like this, tomorrow is like this. So till next time, bye bye. Let me enjoy my ice cream. Okay, it's very nice. My boss brought it yesterday. Peace.